Let me get this straight up. What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliott Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about how a man chooses his wife, okay? Or how he chooses the one. Doesn't have to be a wife, but the one he's going to spend the rest of his life with. And I'm sure you're interested in this video because it's probably the goal that a majority of you have, okay? Is to love and be loved and returned by that special someone. Now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below. I will love you forever, along with the bell notification. So jumping right into this, I want to lay down some prerequisites first, and that is that men in general, we highly seek a woman's validation. This is important, okay? We highly seek a woman's validation and approval. Our job as men is to provide, satisfy, court you, win you over, and things like that. And the amount of effort we're hoping, the amount of effort that we're putting in is some type of currency for you to see us a certain way as that guy. Okay, so we are going to court you. Whether a guy's wanting to sleep with you or he's seriously wanting a relationship, in the beginning he is going to do this process, okay? Because we need to know, it's currency. We need to know where you stand, how you react, so on and so forth, okay? So let me just put that out there. Now, the way men go about it is, I want validation from, I'm going to put this chart up here so you kind of know where I'm talking or where I'm coming from. Men in general, from the beginning, that could be when he first starts liking women, I don't care. He scans women in general, as in he sees you as the opposite sex. From there, he goes up one notch and says, okay, these are the women I like from that scan. And then from there, he goes up another one, or it goes up another notch, because these are women I can actually get because they're liking me too. You know, when he's showing that second stage down there, women he likes, to jump up to the next one, he has to court. He has to initiate. He has to reach out. He has to wine and dine you. He has to show you. His job is to paint this beautiful picture that he's the guy. Okay? And then you like him. And then from there, now he has, this is where a lot of women get stuck. Now he has options. You know, those women down here that he was talking to before, okay, I like you, you like me, now these are options. And you're probably thinking, well, how do I get from an option to being the one that he chooses, okay? So it does start off like this, very wide scope of scanning, because I need validation from women. Then I only need validation from women I like. Then even more because you like me too, so that's awesome. Now, how do you get that laser-like focus? How do you get him so obsessed with you? I want to tell you a story that I think will be very beneficial because I think a lot of women go this path and it's not the right path. And I'm just going to say this now so I can get it out of the way. Please, for the love of God, check out that value course, Attraction Academy. I have links down in the description because what I'm telling you here goes into hours of detail on this topic, okay? So if you're a woman who's stuck as an option and you want to get here, I'm going to tell you exactly in that in that course why you're stuck and how you need to get up to the next level. Anyone who's watching this who has got the course, comment down below, and tell them all the praise that you're telling me about it, okay? So here's the thing. I had a client who came to me multiple times, double digits, and she was effing gorgeous from a just normal's perspective. Looking at her, not from a dating coach standpoint, like just anyone out there, you'd be like, okay, this girl's a 10. She was an Instagram model, big boob, blonde, swimsuit body, or bikini body. A lot of followers. She was just a good looking girl. The average person or society would say she's a 10. But you're wondering, well, if that's the case, why is she coming to you so many times? Something's wrong. And you're right. She came to me double digits because she had no problem attracting men, but she had a hard time keeping them. And she was wondering why. And I told her straight up because her value proposition was her looks. Well, for her, it's her looks, okay? And what a lot of women fall into the trap of, now, disclaimer, you need looks. You can't get to the top level without having good looks and a good personality. But if your value, women come to me all the time, just not her, women come to me a lot and say, well, we have amazing chemistry, I have a good personality, I'm good, look at me, I'm a 10, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, well, that's great and all, but you're competing. If that's your value proposition, if that's the angle you want to take, you got to understand there are a lot of women out there who also look good, who also have a good personality, and who also connect with the guy that you're interested in, or just guys in general. Okay, so you're fighting an uphill battle now, because even if you're a 10, I might think you're an 8. I know a lot of women who think they're fucking 10s in terms of looks, and I look at them like, well, you're not. I mean, in my opinion, not that it matters, but I'm like, you're just not my type. I'm sure you're a 10 to somebody to be or not. So it's subjective. Good sense of humor is subjective. Chemistry is subjective, okay? And if your value proposition is that, you're going against a bunch of women who have and can offer the same thing, and that's important. So you have to look at it from the guy's perspective now. If that's what you're offering, and you have to remember this, if you're offering that, and at the same time, I'm already having sex with you, you're already showing me your cards, I already know you're interested, we've already been talking for a little bit, you've already probably shown some red flags and vice versa, you went through the loops and the hills and shit like that. It doesn't have the same effect that you think it does, okay? So, not only take that context into consideration, not only that, but it's very hard for a man to think, I like this girl. She's a good-looking girl with a great personality, but okay, is that enough to commit? Because all these other girls have great personalities, and they're swiping right on me, and they're good looking, great sense of humor too, all that stuff, so it's very hard for him to logically, just not even men, just the brain, to logically say, okay, I'm willing to give up all these other women for you. Now, with that being said, how do you jump from here to here? What, if it's not looks or personality, what is it? And in my course, I talk strictly about filling a void. And that takes, now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here with that, but every man needs to feel complete. Okay? Every man has a deep, deep, deep desire. Even those broken men, even those narcissists, they just go about it the wrong way. Low ego men, good men, men who can't commit, men who have trust issues, men who've been cheated, all types of men on the spectrum have this it's just normal to feel this. Like, we strive as humans for perfection. We strive for completion. We strive for like, that's just how we are. We're obsessed with it, especially if you're in the Western culture. And we truly feel like we cannot get that without the right woman. And if you want to go from here to here, you have to be able to deliver that. Now, it takes a lot of work to find out. You have to ask the right questions. I talk about in my course, I talk about doing detective work. You have to ask the right questions. You have to know a man on a deeper level, which gives you an advantage because not every woman can know this man on a deep level like you, so they're kind of eliminated from that category, or you got that advantage at least. But you have to do these things to figure out where the man actually stands and what he's actually looking for. And if you can deliver that thing, then it goes on to the next stage, which is, sorry, there's something in my eye there. And then from there goes the next stage, which is, I truly believe that my life is better with her in it than without. And a lot of women, again, will say, well, my life is better with him or with me in it. Than without. I'm attractive, I'm good looking, I have a great personality, I have a good head on my shoulders, I don't have any kids, I don't have any debts, I have a good paying job, I own my own house, like all that kind of stuff. And I would always say that a lot of those things, not the kid thing, but a lot of those things are prerequisites. Like, you're not even going to be a quality, we're talking about those stages. You're not even going to be a quality option to get to this next level if you don't have your shit together, if you don't have a job, if you don't have your own home by a certain age and things like that. So those things don't even matter. When I'm talking about filling a void, it has to be something that he's looking for. Women will always come to me and they'll say things like, well, I have this, this, and this, and this, and this. You know, I speak 5 languages. I mean, that's cool. I personally like that, but that's not sexy to a guy. Like, some guys don't give a shit that you talk, you know, it doesn't, it's not what he's looking for in terms of completion, his goals, why he does the things he does. And you have to ask those questions. Why does he act the way he acts? Why is he going down this path of his career and not that? Why is he interested in these things and not those things? It's very important to understand this kind of stuff because there's always a cause and effect. Like, people just don't like the color green, for example. There's a reason you like the color green or red. Or there's a reason some men rather sit around and watch TV instead of working out, and vice versa. There's some men who rather work out than watch TV. It's a drive. It's towards a bigger goal. It's completion. It's morals. It's values. It's what he stands for. You have to understand that and be on the ride with him. You have to give him something that other people cannot give him, and that takes a lot of work. And once you do that, he's going to feel the 2 things: that my life is better with you in it than without, and that you make me want to be a better person. If you could deliver that void, if you could fill that void that other people cannot fill, and you can give him these 2 things, you are going to complete him. You are going to get him to commit most of the time. And I talk about it extensively in my course, Attraction Academy. I'm so serious about it, and I wish people would check it out. People are checking it out, but a lot of people ask me these questions. I'm like, they're all in it's all in the course. The link is going to be down in the comments, okay, of 20% off. Okay, just so I can help you get it if money's the issue or something. There you guys go. I love you, ladies. Please take care, and peace.